Okay, hi. This is a completely unplanned video. I am obsessed with watching bookshelf tours on YouTube. I know, I it's probably one of the most boring videos out there, but I'm obsessed with them and I can't stop watching them. Also, book unhauls, mwah, my favorites, like legit my favorites. And I kind of have this problem with bookshelf tours, for example. Like I love bookshelf tours with that have like 6 different bookshelves that are filled with books, and they go through it one by one and they explain a story behind it or explain the synopsis or just say the title of the book. I love that. And it's just a waste of time really, but I just love it and I can't explain why. But my problem is, how do people have so many hardbacks? I don't understand it. Hardbacks are inconvenient, they're large, they're expensive, they're hard to read and uncomfortable, and I just don't understand it. That just blows my mind. I'm sorry, maybe it's just because I am a paperback reader, but it's just like, how do you have so many hardbacks? And and it's not that they're not pretty, they're so pretty, they're gorgeous. But I feel like I do have a bookshelf, but I have 3 hardbacks, and they're not even books. They're 2 of my hardbacks are atlases and maps, and then, or a collection of maps, and then the third and last hardback I have is a cooking book. I don't have any hardbacks because I don't see why I should buy them. And like, if someone can explain to me why they choose to buy hardbacks over paperbacks, because I can't get that into my mind. Maybe it's just because I don't care about how a book looks. Like, I don't care if the cover is beautiful or not. If I like the content of the book, I'm gonna read it anyway. Like, one of my favorite books has the ugliest cover. Like, I can show you. This is one of my favorite books. This is the ugliest cover you can ever see on a book. First of all, it's not fictional characters on the page. It's like, well, maybe it is. Well, it looks a lot like humans. Wait. Okay, I know why the people on the cover looks like humans, because it isn't fictional characters. It isn't like a fantasy book. It's a romance. It's a contemporary, you know. But this is my favorite book. It looks like this from the side. It's ugly. It's a mass market paperback. And it's so good, by the way. It's good. Sorry, this is a really chaotic video, but that's how we do it. Back to the bookshelf tour thing. So, when I first got into BookTube, like the BookTube side of YouTube, I always watched bookshelf tours. And then I took a break for about, I don't know, a year with like just watching one bookshelf tour a month. But I'm just obsessed with them again now, and I just can't stop watching them. I probably watched 3 already today, and I love how long they are. Like, the longer the better. I will watch 1.5 hour long video of a bookshelf tour. Not even kidding. And I think I have watched, like, there's one special YouTuber that has this gorgeous shelf, and she does a bookshelf tour every single year, and not that much changes on her shelves. It's just, I've watched her bookshelf tours, all of them, and they're like 1.5 hour long, and she goes through each book. And I've watched some of them, I've actually watched multiple times as well. Sorry. And I don't even know why. Why do I do that? I don't know. Do I care about it? No. Was there a point behind this video? No. Let me know. Oh my god. I don't know if this video made sense at all. I don't even know if I need to edit this since it's so short. There was like no point behind this video. It's just me ranting about something I'm passionate about, since I am obsessed with bookshelf tours. And I don't know if that's just a me thing, but obviously a lot of people watches them, and there has to be someone that agrees with me, right? There has to be. And just to get a little bit more content within this video, book unhauls. Like, when people film videos about unhauling books, that's just the way to my heart, you know? I love it so much. And like, I don't get how they do it. Because personally, of course I could unhaul a bunch of books, but I don't have a lot of books right now. Like, I probably have 50 max. 50 max. And I don't want to unhaul them until I'm moving out, you know? Since currently I still go to school. I'm in 10th grade, and like I still live with my parents because that's completely normal to do in 10th grade. But when I move out, I want to have all my books with me into my new apartment. But I also want to unhaul books. So I'm not going to do an unhaul for another 2 years, you know? And I love book unhauls, and especially when they're like ruthless. They just unhaul 100, 200 books. That's amazing. Like, you go unhaul those books. You go donate them to your local library. You go sell them and get that money. And I don't know why I'm so passionate about that. It's just, I love it. And also, I'm a firm believer in that books should be read. Like, books are not there to sit on your shelves unless it's a gorgeous paperback, unless it's a gorgeous hardcover that you spend loads of money on. But like, if it's just a book, like a regular book, and you don't like it, I'm a firm believer that you should give it away to someone else. Like, a book should be read. It shouldn't just sit on your shelf and collect dust. And I say that, but I have a bunch of books that I probably will not reread. Even though most of my books I've actually reread, or like gone back and like gone through the pages. For example, I'm currently rereading a book, which is this one, and you can see I have a lot of tabs. I am this far, so I've read this, and like the small tabs, the ones you can see here, those are new ones. So those are from the time I read them, or now that I'm currently reading them. So these tabs are the ones I've annotated this time I read it, but the larger tabs, like these tabs and these post-it tabs, are from the first time I read them. So like, when I'm reading, I can see my thoughts from the first time I read the book, which is just amazing. And I love rereading books. So like, I've reread a bunch of my books, and like this, I think I've read thrice already, and I read it for the first time in 2020. So I love rereading books, but obviously I could have gotten rid of some books on my shelf, which I probably will do, since I have a bunch of John Green books on there that I just hate and don't care for, because the only John Green book I actually like is Looking for Alaska, which I also know is trash. I just have a relationship with it, and I also have like a music that I listen to while reading the book. So I just, whenever I hear that song, I just vibe with it, you know, because I have such like nostalgic memories with that song, and it just brings up so many memories. also it's connected to Looking for Alaska. So every time I read Looking for Alaska, I listen to that song, and every time I hear that song, I can read Looking for Alaska without having the book in front of me, because I know exactly what it's about, because I've read it 2 or 3 times. I have no clue. Is that the end of the video? I don't know. Also, I have a really cool book. The Boob Book. The Boob Book. It's a bunch of different boobs. Isn't this great? Like, isn't this great? Boobs, 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 boobs. Just boobs. Boobs, boobs, boobs. Love it. Love to see it. I think it's one of my like favorite books that aren't for reading. You know, it's just for looking. It isn't really a book you read, because there's legit no text whatsoever. But it is one of my prettiest books. I will say that. I have no clue how I'm gonna edit this video to make it make sense, or what I'm gonna title this video, since there's just so much going on. And I probably have to cut out a lot, because none of what I'm saying makes sense. But I think that's all I want to say right now. I just got it off my chest. And then I'm going back to watching another bookshelf tour, because I'm currently watching Mia Rose's bookshelf tour. I don't know. I'm watching her bookshelf tour. Yes. Goodbye. Oh my god.